Yo, y'all. Welcome to another episode of How to NGS. So it's your boy Spikes and you. We have a lot going on this week. Yo, this is the first new week of version 2. So we got the creative space. We got all that above. This is not about to be a creative space guide or nothing like that. No, there's plenty of those out there. We're going to give you what you need to know for this week, moving on to next week like we always do. And we're going to save you all that time that you would otherwise spend trying to find out this stuff. That's what we do here. We're not trying to just take up your whole day. You can find these other creative space guides, whatever else. Anyways, diving right in. Please be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. First and foremost, the important first to knows, we do have a new keyword. The keyword is going to be the fill of version 2. And that's going to be right here. As you can see right there, the fill of version 2. That's going to give you 50 star gems and in-rare drop plus 25%, 3 of those. Also, please know that there is a bug for the creative space. This will happen if you open it. Sometimes you will not get the initial prompt text from Archie, the NPC that does the creative space stuff. Easy way to do that, fix that, is just open up the editing menu by pressing the weapon 3 action. If you don't know where that is, by the way, you can go to your controls. You can see control settings. I'm on keyboard, so you can go down here. You can see your action 3. You might have it set to a few different things. I think by default, it's like the middle mouse button for some people, or etc., etc. You can do that. That will open up your editing menu in creative space, and that will fix that and allow you to progress with the creative space stuff. So that's important to know. That is a bug that they currently have going on right now. That's how you bypass that. Also to note, your tickets will be expiring this week in the form of the second NGS tickets and the second Thankful ticket. So make sure that you use those before the maintenance next week on the 13th/14th. Also, there's a huge reminder here. Keep in mind that as of this week, the alliance will have changed in the way that you get the SG rewards. I mentioned this in a video that I released this week also, specifically talking about should you join an alliance, the pros and the cons. I'll put that in the description below. But keep in mind that now everyone can obtain SG just by doing alliance tasks. Doesn't matter what rank you are. And as of this week, you can now get 30 SG from the Tim NPC just by trading in alliance badges. So keep that in mind. Do that every week. Get your 30 SG. This week is also going to introduce your Designer Dreams June 23 scratch tickets. These are AC scratch tickets. A lot of unique things in here. You can scroll through this to see what you want. You have plenty of time to get this. You have until the 4th of July, so that's a good little while. I also take advantage of that Arts Cash deal that we currently have going on. This was mentioned in the previous How to NGS episode, so make sure that you take advantage of that if you want to do that, get your items or get stuff to sell potentially on the personal shop. Now for a quick run through on the update details, we're just going to make this nice, quick and short, just so that way you know what exactly we got there and little small things that you may have not picked up on. First and foremost, we're going to of course say the creative space that was introduced. I should not have to say more than that because you have seen everything about that this week. You know what it is. Go ahead and hop on in there. Bang, bang, boom. And then, of course, we have the battle adjustments that did come this week. Also, let me actually point this out as well, because this was not on that page where the battle adjustments are. That Slayer did get an ability here on the class skill tree. As you can see, it's going to be this one down here, this Gunblade Focus Quick Recharge. And what this does is the Gunblade Focus God's charge rate temporarily increases after the effects of Gunblade Focus Overdrive have ended. So this was not listed on the list of the adjustments for the classes, but that is there. So just letting you know, if you play Slayer, makes you get that. You just move some stuff around, because also as of this update, the skill tree can be freely moved around. You no longer need a skill tree reset pass. You can move your points around freely now. So it's absolutely huge. Take advantage of that. Also super huge is that there are new Ryukers that were added. You'll see this map right here. There's just all the new Ryukers that were added to the game. So you can go ahead and grab those. You can spawn to points that are kind of, I guess, better. Some of them are kind of like, okay, like right next to other Ryukers. So not really too sure about that, but they're there. So I guess, right? It makes for ease of transportation, I guess, right? Also, something that you may not have noticed is small changes that they made that are kind of just better for the quality of life. One noticeable one would be this right here. As you can see here, there's yellow text in this showing the time remaining for the hours here in the daily quest. I think that's actually very nice. This was not there previously, but it alerts you really to when these things are ending, when these tasks are going to end. It has nice and yellow text and it's extremely visible. So this is something that you may have not have seen. You'll also notice that when I use my abilities such as Focus Overdrive here, you'll notice that the text here At the bottom, as you can see, the text is yellow as well. Much more visible, really lets you know the time that you have on these abilities remaining. I think that's a small thing that a lot of people didn't realize that happened, and it's really a big little quality of life adjustment because it just pops out at you. So I think it's really great. As you can see here, the yellow text really vibrantly sticks out as the countdown goes further in. Of course, with this update, cell shading has also been introduced to the game. You can easily change and swap through this by just going to your settings, your options, your graphics. Scrolling down here and you'll see cell shading, character cell shading. You just switch it just like that, toggle it on or off, and you have your cell shading option there. Also, small note that you may not be aware of, but some items from the Spring 23 scratch were added to the special scratch. Not sure the exact list on that, but just a heads up there. Now, for events and campaigns that we have currently started for this week, there's a whole list of them, so let's just run through them real quick. First and foremost, we're going to have your NGS version 2 release celebration. This is basically just going to give you XP bonuses. You'll see down here also that these will be available in these areas as well, available in the following sectors: Benford Laboratory Ruins, etc., etc., etc. This is very much building into next week, where we get the new ranks and the new mobs and all that type of gameplay, the 75 cap increase. Also, you notice down here that we have gifts that give common trigger yellows. This is for XP. These are for yellow triggers. So these are basically just bouncing around XP. We also have a limited time login bonus. This runs from 6/7 to 6/20. So June 7th to June 20th. Log into NGS during the campaign period to get the material storage used 15 days. This is absolutely huge, y'all. For those who do not know, material storage is one of the most best quality of life things that you can have in PSO2 NGS. If you've never used it, you are missing out on making your gameplay so much easier. I have talked about this time and time again in all my guides, especially my storage guide, to get the material storage. It will change your life. So this is an opportunity to get the 15-day use, and then you will see. Also, reminder there, when you do get that, go ahead and go to your settings, go to your gameplay tab, and then scroll down, and you'll see down here, auto send to material storage. Make sure that that is enabled. That will send everything that is material directly to your material storage. You won't need to sort it. You won't need to manually send it. It just goes right there. It is the best thing in the game by far. You have no idea if you are not using it. Take advantage of that. And keep in mind, all you have to do here is just log into this event. That's it. Log into NGS during the campaign period, and then you will get that. So it says that gifts will be distributed to the inventory of characters who have fulfilled the requirements. And if your inventory is full, gifts will be sent to the item storage. Also, keep in mind that running from June 7th to July 4th, you'll see 40% off of your 6-star build parts in your creative space. This is a campaign that's currently running right now. So make sure you take advantage of that because creative space is new. 6-star build parts, 40% off. Boom. Have it. 40% off. Do it now. Get to the chopper. All right, sorry. We also have a used AC get special items campaign that's running. This is also running from 6/7 to 6/20, so that's June 20th. This one down here, if you use a certain amount of arts cash, you will receive certain rewards, such as you're seeing here, this stamp and this mask. So you can see the specifics right here for those who are wanting to get that. You can collect these from your campaign items after you use the certain amount. Down here, you'll see the precautions on the players who are eligible. So you'll see playing AC scratch tickets, purchasing items in the AC shop. So there's a multitude of ways here. So make sure you just give that a look over and you'll see. There's also a beginner boost campaign. So you'll see 2 major beginner boost campaigns. So the first one's going to be down here, complete the tutorial and receive amazing gift items. Down here, you'll see the requirements for it, the conditions, make an account, etc., etc. And you'll see the rewards that are listed right here. These are for new players coming in. So it was a great incentive for maybe invite some friends into the game or something of the sort. This is a great time because they will get these benefits. You also get these clothes. These were also previously featured in Twitch Prime rewards. Also advance the story and receive powerful equipment and avatars. This will give you that extra series that will basically put you on your way. It's not an overly powerful weapon, but it will put you in a good position to jump up to speed with everything else, everyone else. So that's a great way for them to get new players engaged into the N-type level content so that everyone can enjoy the game together. Down here, you'll see a further explanation of the gift details. Eligible players, those who start PSO2 NGS for the first time after the scheduled maintenance on 8/3/2022 is who will be receiving these. And how to receive campaign items. Campaign 1, you can obtain the above items via receive campaign items in the system menu in NGS blocks. In campaign 2, the items will be sent to your character's inventory when you log in. Down here, they have a list of precautions as well. This is what's actually pretty huge. This is a Discord post campaign. This is very simple, and I would recommend anyone to do it. This runs from the 7th to the 20th of June. You just go down here. You can get these rewards for doing this simple thing right here. Just go to the Discord and you answer these 2 questions. You just want to introduce yourself with a comment. You put your 8-digit player ID. And if you don't know where your 8-digit player ID is, it's very simple. Just go to personal, character info, and it's going to be this number right here at the very top under your name. So you just want to put that and then write a comment introducing yourself, you can just say, hello, how you doing? I'm from ship so and so, or whatever. It doesn't matter, and you will be entered into that. Also, for those who live in or around the Los Angeles area who are planning to go to Animal Expo 2023, NGS will have a booth there. This is giving you information of this and things that you can get as well. As you can see, the event details, merch stand, photo booth, merch stand, you'll see some of these products that they will have available, and you have attendee bonuses that you can get for going to these things. So if you're in the area, if you plan to go to Anime Expo 2023, be sure to stop by, give NGS a shout out, tell them Spikes who sent you. They'll probably have no idea who I am, but hey, tell them anyway. Maybe they will. I am an NGS Official Creator, so hey. Also want to bring attention to some SG shop deals that we currently have going on. You'll find these here, and these are enhanced support deals that are going on. Now, I'm going to give you my just straight and honest input on these because I want to keep it real with y'all. I want to be honest with y'all. There's not much use. These are very expensive. These is 980 SG, and what you're getting really is the only thing that's really worth it in here is the in-rare drop rate. 24 hours plus 100%. That's really what you're getting from this, because the stat force and the Gigas Force really are not worth 980 SG. That's a pretty steep price for SG to pay. The only thing in there worthwhile really is the in-rare drop rate, 24 hour plus 100%. I really would not recommend getting this unless you just have the SG and you just really want to get it. But from player to player, I would not recommend it. Now, there are a multitude of known issues going on in the game right now. This is to be expected because the creator space was a pretty big update. I'm not going to go over all of these, but you'll be able to see these as I scroll through these, and I'll include the link to the known issues page. So that way, if you want to go over some of these things, then you can, and you can obtain more information on them, because going over these things one by one into this video, this is simply not worth it when you can go here and you can get the information that you need, the particular information that you need that might be addressing your specific situation. Now, remember that next week is when we will have the next part of the update. So we're going to be getting level cap increased to 75. We're going to be getting 6 augment slots. We're going to be getting the new ranked sectors as well with the starless enemies. So be on top of that. That's something to look forward to the next week. But as a final reminder, please remember that the second NGS tickets and the thankful tickets do expire at the beginning of the maintenance next week. Remember that. Also, the shop for the seasonal will be gone at the start of next week's maintenance. So make sure if there's any points that you haven't spent, spend those as well. But that wraps it up for this week's episode of How to NGS. Look forward to next week. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Helps out tremendously. Y'all have a great one. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Later.